Okay, in this example, the first thing we need to do is draw the diagram. We get the diagram incorrect, then we're going to get the question correct. So we need to make sure we take our time drawing the diagram. So a ladder that is 4.5 meters long leans up against a vertical wall. Here's my wall. Here's my ladder leaning up against it. Here's the ground. The wall and the ladder being on the ground. So this ladder is 4.5 meters long. You assume the wall is at right angles to the ground. The foot of the ladder, in other words the base of the ladder, is 1.2 meters from the wall. So this distance here, here to here, the foot of the ladder to the base of the wall is 1.2 meters. How far up the wall does the ladder reach? In other words, that distance there. So you can see this is another case of Pythagoras' theorem, and we are not finding the hypotenuse, we are finding one of the shorter sides. First thing we do is we write down Pythagoras' theorem. We then substitute in the values that we have. Remember, the hypotenuse is always c, so it's 4.5 squared equals, we'll call this side a, this side b, hypotenuse being c. So 4.5 squared is equal to x squared plus 1.2 squared. So we have substituted in the values that we know. What we then do is evaluate 4.5 squared, which is 20.25, equals x squared. We evaluate 1.2 squared, which is 1.44. I can subtract 1.44 from this side, which means that cancels, and that's okay to do as long as I also subtract it from the other side. That leaves me with x squared on the right hand side, and on the left hand side it leaves me with 18.81. I want to find x though, not x squared, so x would be the square root of 18.81. Putting that into my calculator, x is 4.337049688 meters. Going back to read what the question says, give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So 1, 2, looking at the third one, that is greater than 5, which means this 3 rounds up to a 4. So 4.34 meters. Now our question started as a sentence, so our answer should be a sentence. It says, how far up the wall does the ladder reach? So you would conclude by saying, the ladder reaches 4.34 meters up the wall. So remember, if it's a sentence question, it's a sentence answer. Remembering to look what we're asked to round off to, remembering our units.